it's not popular right now to be bearish on the market. I mean, I can tell you that. And I know, Bitcoin moving up from 15.7 to 31 and so forth. It doesn't make us popular to say, hey guys, you got to be a little careful here, but it's sticking to the data versus, oh, the wind's blowing this way, let's jump bullish. And I think that's one of the things that people appreciate. But I think people are jumping the gun way too fast here. And again, it's like, show me the last time the Fed caused a soft landing and we're no landing at all when we had a type of interest rate hike like this.
In a recent conversation, Gareth Soloway and Benjamin Cowen discussed their bearish perspective, contrasting it with the prevailing bullish sentiment. Soloway's prediction materialized as Bitcoin soared from $15,700 to $31,000 and even further. He indicated that there might not have been any substantial stabilization during this period of interest rate increase. The campaign to fight U.S. inflation by upping interest rates has been going on for a year and a half, and its impacts are being felt around the world. As of July 26, 2023, the Federal Reserve disclosed another increment of 0.25 percentage point in interest rates. Consequently, the United States has experienced a cumulative rise of 5.25 percentage points in rates within the span of the last 18 months. A representative from the central bank has suggested that the Federal Reserve could have potentially reached its peak in terms of raising the benchmark interest rate. While most of the year has seen Bitcoin deviate from many historical trends, leading to speculation that the next bull market won't follow the established trend, the digital asset's current pattern suggests that these widespread speculations may be wrong. The chart shows the number of days between the bottom of the bear market and the next halving event has always maintained a reasonably tight timeline. Going by the chart, if Bitcoin follows this same timeline, then the bull market will actually begin in 2024. With 532 days between the 2022 bottom and the next halving, it fits in with the average 530 days seen between cycles, after which bull markets have often begun. Benjamin Cowen expects Bitcoin price to drop 21% in August as it has done in pre-halving years in the past. Let's direct our attention to the video. But before we do, please ensure you've subscribed to the channel and activated the notification bell for future updates.
The crypto market has gone to sleep, which has happened in the history of Bitcoin and the cycles. And pretty much, I think, Ben, correct me if I'm wrong, but almost every cycle during the bear market, you have periods like this where it just kind of goes to sleep.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and basically nothing happens. And then one day, at some point, it could be 4 weeks from now, it could be 8 weeks from now, no one knows. We probably get a massive move in one direction or another.
Now we were just talking, like, it almost looks like a little bit of a bull flag. And we were kind of talking about how this pattern of sleepiness is slightly fading down. And oftentimes in technical analysis, doesn't matter if it's charts or crypto of stocks or whatever it may be, this oftentimes can lead to a pop. But you were saying, and you brought up a good point, that in 2019, this kind of happened, but it didn't lead to a pop.
Yeah. So if you can see my screen here, there's actually some, and actually, you know what, Gareth, what's interesting, it's not just 2019, it's every Q3 of every pre-halving year this happens, where you get this slow fade back to the 20-week SMA and the 21-week EMA. This is 2019 over here. You can kind of see how it was slowly fading. And I mean, look at these weekly candles back over here. It was barely moving. And then what happened is we woke up one morning and, Bitcoin just dropped 20% and the altcoin market basically had the life sucked out of it. Now, what also is interesting, though, is it was on this weekly candle right there that a lot of altcoins bottomed against on their Bitcoin pairs. They kept going down on their USD pairs, but actually several of them bottomed on their Bitcoin pairs once Bitcoin saw that like 20% drop. Now, imagine what would happen today if Bitcoin saw some type of like a 20% drop. A lot of altcoins would likely capitulate, but just to sort of cover our bases here, look at Q3 of 2015 fading into that 20-week SMA, and we got a capitulation down. And then finally, 2011 Q3, right? That slow fade down into the 20-week SMA, and then you sort of kick off the rest of the downtrend. And then it was in the halving year where things tend to pick back up.
Yeah, an interesting little note here on that too is that it often seems like my guess is you have a lot of investors that may be leveraging for a move up, and then when that breaks, it either stops them out by hitting their exit, or they just naturally are saying, "Oh my goodness, look at this exit," and so let's all. And if you have a thinner market, and I think we can agree, Ben, is that the volume right now in crypto is pretty anemic. It is, and so if you get even a decent amount of people to exit at the same time, it probably has an outsized impact on price.
On August 1st, Ethereum prices charged higher on considerable volume on the lower timeframe charts, but were unable to push beyond the lower high at $1,877. On Monday, August 7th, Ethereum fell from $1,836 to $1,826. Solana had a strong bullish performance in June. The price rallied from $14.06 to $32.13 within 30 days, beginning on June 14th. The move measured 128.5%, and the higher timeframe price action of Solana continued to favor the bulls. Over the past 5 days, Solana has struggled to breach the local resistance at $23.57. As for the rest of the cryptocurrencies, XPR stands out, as it has staged a significant plunge in recent days, erasing more than half of its recovery. Let's direct our attention to the video.
And we really see the connection with Bitcoin and Ethereum, where this trend line is almost identical on the Bitcoin chart. And you can see that we are, same thing, kind of getting closer and closer to that level. And to be honest, so I have a short out in Verified Investing Crypto, the service, and we're in the money. We're short from up here. The concept is, do I go long at the line, or do I just cover? And I've been dealing with that myself on a trading basis. And right now, I think I would cover the short there because there is a chance of a bounce, but I'm not confident based on this chart of it not breaking down. And so I don't think I would flip it into a long. So covering a short is one thing, flipping it from being short into a long is another thing. And just a little technical analysis here is what you'll see is the more you hit a trend line, the weaker the trend line becomes. Now, Cardano right now is putting in a bear flag, which is fine by me because I'm not long Cardano. But what I do like is this trend line. See this parallel here that goes down, and we broke above it here, but then broke below, then we broke back above. This trend line should be good support again, and that's right around 27 cents. So again, a quick flush into that, I'd be a buyer. Not as a long-term investment yet. I'm not confident enough in that, but just as some sort of buy there. And then, looking at Solana, Solana's trying to break this support here, and then see this kind of coordinated. You have this downsloping trend line from pivot to pivot, and we broke out. And then this upsloping one, look at how they're meeting right there. Now, this is still a fair way away, but 1650, I love when two lines converge because it's like one line is support. If you get two lines together, it's like double the support, and it gives you more confidence as an investor or trader. So I think those are two that I'm kind of keeping an eye on if they dump out a little bit. Lastly, I'll mention XRP, because XRP is actually getting closer to this previous pivot high from the last consolidation, and it's right around 58.5 cents. And I wouldn't say, go all in there. You should never go all in, but I would start to accumulate a little bit around 58 cents and then slowly buy as it comes down to some of these secondary levels. So again, the beauty of being a swing trader is that there's always something to either enter or exit. It gives you more possibility for action.
Bitcoin continued to flex its muscles against the altcoin market and traditional financial instruments in the past 2 days, despite recording a bearish outlook in July. In recent hours, Bitcoin has posted gains hovering around 0.4%, with the cryptocurrency showing a slight rise in a week in which the U.S. inflation data is in the spotlight. Investors expect a pause in rate hikes at the Fed's next meeting in September, but the U.S. CPI data could alter decisions if there happens to be a surprise. Will Bitcoin reach $30,000 in the coming days? We encourage you to share your views in the comments section. If you found this content informative, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for the most up-to-date news and videos. We appreciate your input and look forward to hearing from you again soon.